Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It's Kelly with If You Have an Egg from IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I want to say happy Sunday to everybody. I cannot believe it's already been another week and you're getting me in all my glory today. My accountability buddy Karen and I walked just before this, as a matter of fact, and hey Casey, as a matter of fact about, and it's funny, I got a new little notification right there. It said live viewer Casey Bohannon. You know, I guess that's better than a dead viewer. But anyway, so hey everybody that's joining us, and I was just letting you know you're getting me in all my glory today. Up until about literally probably 45 minutes ago, I still had a sun visor on and was completely sweaty because my accountability buddy Karen and I we walked 16,000 steps right before we started the live chat tonight. Hey Margaret. And so sorry about the hair, sorry about the workout clothes. Anyway, you seriously have me in all my glory. So anyway, hey Denise, and so I want to say before we get started tonight, you know, we've had a couple of nights where we've had some glitches. Hey Cindy, we've had some glitches, and hey Karen from Long Island. It's funny that your last name now is Karen from Long Island, but anyway, we've had some a couple of glitches, over the past couple of weeks. So hopefully, and hey my other Karen, so hopefully we've got them all worked out tonight, and hey Holly. But I want to say, if I lose you all, hey Beth, if I lose you all, please, please, please come back. I promise I'll come right back. So hopefully I've got all the technical difficulties worked out, and we're starting upstairs tonight in the loft because some of the things I want to show you, we're probably going to spend the first 30 minutes just talking. Hey Shirley. And as always, you all know, you have to sit and listen to my, my little public service announcements before we get started. And hey, Betty, and that is, if you are not watching us live, if you are watching us live, but even if you're not, this is a live Facebook chat. And so I will be talking to people. Hey, Mary. Hey, it's Mary from our group. How are you? But anyway, so I'll be talking to people. So if you're watching this not live and it irritates you for me to talk to people while I'm doing this, then you need to watch something else because this is a live chat. So anyway, so on tonight's chat, we're going to talk about week 1 on Weight Watchers. And I have a quick question for everybody. So we don't have a whole lot of people here yet, so I'm going to talk about some other things first, and then we'll just kind of take a little survey. But I know I've been doing Weight Watchers. Hey Taylor, and Taylor's calling me the dolphin lady. She's so funny. But anyway, so I just wanted to chit chat a little bit first about how long I've been doing Weight Watchers and why I still think it's important to have a week 1 game plan. So I've been doing Weight Watchers on and off since 1993, and thank you all for the hearts and the thumbs ups. But we've been doing Weight Watchers off and on since 1993, and my accountability buddy Karen just joined. And Karen, I'm still just as sweaty as when you left me an hour or so ago. But anyway, so we've been doing this off and on since 1993, and had joined and quit, and we were really good at losing 25 pounds really quickly, and then gaining it all back. And I think that's because, and hey Sonia, we were just talking about you, so I'm going to want to talk to you later because we've been missing you at our meetings. But anyway, I think it's really important to have a good week 1 game plan, even if it's not your week 1. This is not my week 1. I've been doing this since 1993. Karen and I literally have been doing this off and on since 1993. This time it's permanent though, it's stuck. I got to lifetime in 2014, and Karen and I are going strong. We are working on our next charm. If you attend meetings, if you attend the next 11 meetings, and I think it's 11 out of 16, Karen, correct me if I'm wrong, and Sonia, you have to come back because we're getting a new charm. But anyway, so if you attend the next 11 meetings, you get the sunglasses charm. And Karen and I are all about the charms. We've got some pretty major Weight Watchers bling going on, but I don't care how many times you've been going, I don't care how long you've been doing this, you still need a good week 1 plan. So now here's my question, because we have enough people here now to ask this. So you're going to vote in 2 different ways. The first way is if you are brand new to Weight Watchers, or if you're brand new to a weight loss plan like this, and one of the Karens says she loves her some Weight Watchers, loves her some bling. Yes, we love the Weight Watchers bling. So anyway, if you are new to Weight Watchers, if you need a new week 1 game plan, if you're fairly new, if you're not, this is not, you haven't been around and around and around. If you're new to Weight Watchers, do thumbs ups. So you don't have to be brand new. This doesn't have to be your first week. But if you're fairly new to Weight Watchers, it's your first go around, I need you to vote by doing thumbs ups. So that's if you're new to Weight Watchers. If you have been around the block a time or two, like Karen and I have, then, and hey, there's our other Karen, or let's see, John calls you Popcorn Karen. So, and you know who you are. But anyway, so if you're fairly new to Weight Watchers, do thumbs ups. If you've been around the block a time or two, like the accountability buddy Karen and I have, then I want you to do hearts so that I know how many new people we've got here and how many people we have that have been doing, Weight Watchers for a while. So if you all just start to, do your voting, remember, fairly new people, if it's your first time around, you're still, pretty new, do thumbs ups. If you've been around the block a couple of times, do some hearts. So I don't know if y'all can y'all see those? Can y'all see the thumbs ups and the hearts? Somebody just shout out. Y'all don't all have to, but somebody shout out and let me know if you all can see, because that's like a ton going by. Let me know if you can see the thumbs ups and the hearts. Let's see. Oh, and Casey said, and if you don't do either and you're just a dedicated daughter, do a laughing face. So Casey's the only one who's allowed to do the laughing face. Okay, so y'all can see all those. The reason I'm asking you that is, do you all see how many hearts there are? There are a ton. There are a ton of hearts. Okay, so the point I want to make to everybody is, whether this is your very first day on Weight Watchers, whether you're thinking about doing Weight Watchers, or if you've been doing Weight Watchers for, what would that be, 23, 24 years? So it doesn't matter how long. First day, getting ready to start, or if you've been doing it for, for 20, 24 years now, we all need a week one plan. I can't tell you how many times that I've fallen off the wagon, flipped the wagon over, set it on fire, run around it and gone, that's it, I quit, this is crazy, so, and I just have to go back to my week one plan. So that said, I want to show you all, kind of how I do my week one plan. So week one could either be brand new starting, or week one for me is my reboot. If I've gotten out of control, or like when we get back off of vacation, and I need to get going again, I kind of, I just revert back to my week one plan. And for me, week one means that I start my day every single day. If you're a brand new Weight Watcher, again, I'm just going to use this as a general statement. Brand new Weight Watcher, been around the block a few times, it doesn't really matter. I really need you to start your day every day, and I'm going to say that because I never used to eat breakfast before, and again, I was really successful at losing 20 pounds really quickly and then gaining it right back. And I really do think, and Dorothy says yes, she needs this because she's struggling. Dorothy, did you see all the hearts that went by a few minutes ago? We all would not be here if we all didn't struggle sometimes. So I will pause and just say really quickly, I am here because I need to keep myself accountable. I do this for fun. I do this for fun, believe it or not, because this is I don't know, this is so much more enjoyable than, I shouldn't say than my job, because some of y'all know my job. Anyway, but I do this for fun, but I do this to keep myself accountable, because if I'm telling you all what I'm eating, then honestly, it makes me stop. It makes me stop sometimes and think, oh gosh, do I really want to put that in my mouth? Is that worth it? Does it taste good? Whatever. So I just want to go over what my week one strategy is. And week one, this is 24 years later. Week one is, was week one a long time ago. This, so I do still have week ones 24 years later. So anyway, starting your day, and I know this sounds cliche, and everybody says, oh, you should get a good breakfast because breakfast starts your day, and that's just, and I don't know, that's what, I don't know, just seems so cliche, but they're not kidding. Little euphemisms like that, they're made for, they come around for a reason. People make up stuff like that, for a reason. And I really, really think if I don't start my day with something, it doesn't have to be fancy, and I promise I'm only going to talk at you. I'm only going to talk at you for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to spend the last 30 minutes looking at some, a 1 week plan, or a week one plan, a 7-day eating, just a good, kind of down to basic 7-day eating, plan. But anyway, if I don't start my day, then it is a downhill spiral. So if I eat something good for breakfast, and then if I have a good snack, partway through my day, then I'm much more likely to stay on plan through the rest of the day. But if I blow it at breakfast, if I skip breakfast and then I get to work and I'm hungry, and then I start digging in Casey's Cheez-Its, because Casey's had to start keeping some different snacks at work because she's pregnant now. So if I start digging in her snacks, or if I start digging in the Little Debbie's, because we have a drawer, we have one filing cabinet drawer at work that's got Little Debbie's in it. If I start digging in that, it's done. I'm done. So and Carol says Wegos rule. You're right, Carol. Wegos for breakfast, those rule. We're going to keep it simple tonight, though, because this is, we may have some people that it's their very first week, so I'm going to keep it super, super simple. But yes, Wegos do rule. Okay, and now Taylor's hashtagging. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Another thing I want to point out. And Sherry says she's new to the group and she's really enjoyed watching the videos. And hey, everybody! So everybody say hey to Sherry, and it's Sherry with an I, S-H-E-R-I. So everybody say hi to Sherry because she's new to the group. And so the next thing is I want you to make sure that you get plenty of protein. I don't know how many of you know it or not, but my mother, vegan Nana, is still not doing really well. She is still in a nursing home, and sadly, I think that's going to be the rest of, that she's going to spend the rest of her days there, and I really hate that. But I make this point. She made some significant changes in her eating habits in order to become healthy and to resolve some other some other health issues, but she was not getting enough protein. If you are watching this and you're a vegan or you're a vegetarian, I am not saying that you can't get enough protein. I am saying that my mother was not getting enough protein, and she was trying pretty darn hard. For you who are not vegan or vegetarian, you might think, oh, I'm eating plenty of meat, no problem. Well, just eating meat does not necessarily mean that you're getting enough protein. There are lots of other foods that have protein in them, so I need you to make sure that you're getting enough protein. I don't want to see you just eating fruit all day, and we'll talk about fruit in a few minutes too. But and it's funny because I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but Casey and Taylor are having this whole little inside discussion about her being pregnant. But anyway, so we'll go on. The next thing that I want to talk about is water. I cannot stress how important water is. The things that you're going to be putting into your body on this, especially if this is your very first week, the things that you're going to be putting into your body, it's going to be doing some different things. So if you've been used to eating a lot of fatty foods, if you've been used to eating a lot of processed foods, things like that, your body's been sluggish. No, you're fine, Taylor. Taylor's apologizing for that. Taylor, you're not bothering me. I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing because it's like going, and it's just you and Casey, and people telling Sherry hi. But anyway, so yes on the water. And so Margaret's making a face about water. I get it. I understand. Last week we did Trader Joe's. We did a Trader Joe's live chat, and I was telling y'all about the water that I get from Trader Joe's. It just tastes like water. It's not city water. It doesn't have a chlorine taste. It doesn't even taste like the plastic bottle. It's really, really good. Some of the best ways to get water in, if you can put it in a glass container, like if you can they have those glass carafes at Home Goods. If y'all have TJ Maxx, they have them. If you can keep the water in that and keep it really cold, the glass container helps with the flavor. Casey and I we cut up limes and lemons at work, and then we did a chat. I think it was the summer survival chat, and it's been a couple of weeks ago. And y'all can go back and watch all of the chats. You can either watch them on YouTube. And Casey wants to know if Kroger sparkling flavored water is okay. It's okay, but does it have any? I don't remember, Casey. Does it have any artificial sweeteners in it or anything like that? But yeah, you just need to get in a lot of water. But if you want to go back and watch any of the previous chats, we've had Aldi, Costco, Summer Survival, Trader Joe's, we've had, I don't know, 14 or 15 of them now. If you want to go back and watch any of the previous chats, you can go to my blog, which is www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and you can watch all of them there. Or if you're in our Facebook group and go to our files section, there's a link to every single one of them there in the files section. Or if you're like my husband and just have YouTube running constantly in the background, then if you search If You Have an Egg all run together on YouTube, then you can find it there. And this will be transcribed after we get done tonight, and it'll have the link to it there. But anyway, that fruit water I was talking about, so for that night, for the summer survival night, we do, we put in lemons and limes and strawberries. Now don't squeeze them, because if you squeeze them, then the juice adds points. But it's really good. Takes the, just takes the just kind of plain, icky, water flavor away. Another really good one, and I can't remember, was it Margaret? Is that who made the icky face about the water? Margaret, another really good one is just sliced cucumbers, and thank you, Dorothy, for putting the website up. But sliced cucumbers with a little bit of mint, believe it or not, that is like amazing. And if you'll get one of those jugs, just a glass jug that has the little spout on it, and fill that up and put ice on it and everything, then that's really good. And Destiny's got to go put her little boy to sleep. Tell him we said night night. So water, because you're gonna be, if you do what I'm gonna show you to do on for a week 1, and if you're getting in some good healthy fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and hopefully a lot of quite a bit of fiber. I'm not going to go into too great a gory details here, but trust me, you're going to need all that extra water, because you're going to need it. You're going to need the extra water to get some things going. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So the next thing is fit points. I get asked a lot about, oh, I'm just starting Weight Watchers, and I understand that we get fit points. Okay, well, you don't get fit points, you earn fit points. So I have not figured out how many Karen and I, earned tonight. But again, we were at, what did I say, 16,000 steps, so we earned quite a few fit points tonight. I'm going to say this, please do not eat your fit points. Don't eat them. I don't believe that your fit points are made to be eaten. I don't think they are made to be, let's see, Beth says, what is your Facebook page? This is my first time joining the chat. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, thank you, Beth. She says, I'm darling. Yeah. So Beth, this is the Facebook page. I will put in the transcripts how to find the closed Facebook group. We do the chats on the Facebook page so that everybody can join, but I also have a closed Facebook group so that people can talk about whatever they want to in the group, and it's not open to the public. So Beth, if you check back by tomorrow night, I'll have the transcripts up. But Beth, the website where you can get all of this is www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and Casey will probably put that up again there for us real quick. But anyway, so let's get back on fit points. You don't get fit points, you earn fit points, and I'm going to suggest that you do not use them. You can never walk, run, bicycle, whatever, what your, it's okay, Beth. You can never out exercise what you're consuming. I do think it's a good idea to up your exercise if you're going to be eating abnormally. Like when we go to Disney, I usually get between 22, 25,000 steps a day, and I'm supplementing, but I'm not, using the fit points. So anyway, I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Please don't use your fit points. Trust me, when you get close to goal, you're going to need those fit points. Plus, I'm a firm believer that once you get to goal, once you've reached a goal and you're trying to maintain, you're going to need to keep up a certain amount of exercise. And that doesn't mean everybody has to be able to walk 16,000 steps. That was today. That doesn't mean I'm walking 16,000 again tomorrow. But you're going to need those. You're going to need those to help you maintain, because maintenance is a whole different thing. It's actually kind of I don't want to say it's a scary ride, because I don't want to scare you all, from it, but it's a different ride. Anyway, fit points, don't eat them. Earn them. I highly suggest you earn them. And that first week, I'm going to say, so we're all pretending like this is our very first week on Weight Watchers, even if we've been doing this 24 years like Karen and I have. But so if we're pretending this is our first week, I really, really, really want you to get some exercise. I'm not telling you to run out and do 16,000 steps your first day. You'll die. It was 90 degrees today. And we actually had to go in a place and beg them to, do you have a water fountain, please? Because we were dying. And we do this at least 3 to 4 days a week, plus walk on our own separately. But if you are sedentary, I would love for you to get up and do anything for 10 minutes. Walk around your living room, walk in place, do some, as low as you can go on squats, while you're during commercials or something, but do something for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. If you'll do 10 minutes at a time, 3 times a day, I promise you those fit points that you're not going to use for food, remember, but those fit points will start to add up. The next thing I want you to remember, because this is week 1 on Weight Watchers, the next thing I want you to remember is snacks are different than a treat. I use snacks for food. Snacks are food. Treats are a treat. Snacks I eat every single day. Treats I eat on occasion. So I just want you to remember, you can have snacks and you can have treats, but I don't want you to start eating treats as your snacks. And that may make more sense when we get downstairs and start talking about a 1 week meal plan. Okay, yeah, Beth had foot surgery and she's stuck in bed doing hand weights. Okay, Beth, so I'm assuming your foot surgery did not affect your legs. So you can also lay in the bed and do some leg lifts. Can you hang your legs off the side of the bed and do some leg lifts that way? Can you put your legs up and do like some bicycle motion? I don't want you to hurt your foot, because I don't want you to get on here next Sunday and go, well, I re-broke my foot, or I injured my foot and had to tell my doctor it was because Kelly said to do, whatever. But, I think you can find some things to do, without hurting your foot. And remember, and Carol says her dog is going crazy every time I say treat. Well, guess what? My dog got picked up. So, yeah, so he's out riding around right now, and he had a sleepover with Casey last night, so he's, living La Vida Loca right now. Okay, the next thing is I want you to bulk up. And when I say bulk up, I mean I want you to bulk up your food. I don't want to see anybody eating, and again, I'll show you when we get downstairs, but I bulk up everything that I eat. So if I eat a snack bar, I eat some kind of fruit with it. Or when I make eggs, I try to put vegetables in them. Or, and again, it'll make sense when we get downstairs to a 1 week meal plan. But I want you to bulk up your food. If you need to sneak in some vegetables, I talked to a lady today who, oh my God, I went through every single vegetable that I knew the name of, and nothing. She eats nothing, no vegetables. She doesn't eat green beans, carrots. She doesn't eat corn. I mean, I know, corn has points. Peas, she doesn't eat anything. Oh my gosh, I was just so like, I didn't know what to do. So I ended up suggesting that she get some, like some of the rice things, and we're not going to get sidetracked off on that, so don't anybody get me distracted on that. But to bulk it up, to bulk some things up, to make some casseroles and to bulk it up with some vegetables. Trust me, you're going to get plenty of food. I promise you're not going to die. I promise you're not going to die. And as evidence of that, my husband has been on what we're calling Weight Watchers with Kelly. He's been on Weight Watchers with Kelly for 4 weeks now. The first week he thought he was gonna die because I could not get him to bulk up what he was eating. He kept trying to eat like one of this or one of that, and I kept saying, no, John, eat this, and put a banana with it, or put a clementine with it, or an apple, or some spinach, or and anyway, I've been showing him how to bulk some things up, and he's actually changed what he's been eating for lunch now. He started going to Cracker Barrel, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm like eating actual food now, and what he's getting at Cracker Barrel looks bigger, so he's not, and plus it's filling him up some more, so he's not starving. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's already lost like right at 10 pounds. Of course, guys lose faster than girls, so we won't talk about that. But I want you to bulk up your food, and we'll talk about that when we get downstairs. We're also going to look at real plates. Okay, now, if my accountability buddy Karen is still here, and Casey can attest to this, for years and years and years and years and years, A, I didn't cook. I didn't even cook. B, I ate standing up most of the time. C, we ate off paper plates because I don't like to do dishes. So, no, I wasn't cooking, paper plates, don't like dishes, eating standing up, not a good combination. And by eating standing up, that meant, I'd go to the pantry and get out some, yeah, thanks, Casey. Go to the pantry and eat a little bit of this, then I'd go to the refrigerator, eat a little bit of that, then I'd go somewhere else, eat a little bit of this, or I'd stand somewhere, you know, and eat, or be walking around with a plate or whatever. If you're walking around with a paper plate, you have no idea how much you just ate. And even though now in the loft we don't have a table, I have a designated spot at our little island that's down there, and I sit on that bar stool. I sit on the bar stool with real plates. I want you all to try really, really, really hard. Remember, this is your first week. Even if you've been doing this 24 years, we're pretending tonight that this is your very first week on Weight Watchers. I want y'all to use real plates as much as you can. Now, if you tell me you've got, you know, triplet boys at home, and your husband works out of town, girl, you don't have time for real plates. But all the rest of us, you can wash a plate. But I want you to sit down with a real plate or a real bowl and eat like a human being. Don't eat like, you know, a cheetah, you know, that's at the watering hole trying to hurry up and, you know, get something before I didn't pick a good animal, because a cheetah is like a warthog. So be like the warthog, you know, trying to hurry up and eat before the cheetah comes down to the water to eat it. But anyway, sit down, use utensils, and use a real plate. And again, we'll look at that when we get downstairs. Then I wanted to remind you of the resources that you have. So again, we're going to take another vote. And I'm not doing the vote just to get thumbs ups and hearts, even though I do love them. So if you're going to a meeting, I want you to do thumbs ups. And Margaret wants to know if washing dishes will earn fit points. Margaret, you're going to laugh, but sometimes while I'm doing dishes, I'll either do squats or I'll do, I don't know why I'm doing this in a chair, but anyway, I'll do squats sometimes, or I'll do, you know, like stand up on my toes. Even though I don't earn fit points, trust me, you're doing some things to your rear end that are going to come in handy when you get to goal. So thumbs ups are meetings, and hearts are online. If you're doing Weight Watchers online, it's a heart. If you're going to a meeting, it's a thumbs up. Okay, the reason I'm asking that, and Sonia says she'll be back at the meetings, yay! And Karen got some new plates, and another Karen goes to 2 meetings a week. That is awesome. So you get double hearts or something. So if you are doing online or doing the meetings, I hope to goodness you all, and hey Naomi, it's your first chat and you're enjoying it. Very good, yay, thank you. And so far the internet's cooperating with us. Fingers crossed. So if anything happens to it, remember, come right back. But we've made it far enough in, I think we're okay. But if you're doing it online or going to meetings, I hope to goodness you all are taking advantage of your e-tools, because with the e-tools you can scan things. You can record your food. You can save some favorite meals. But I also wanted to show you some other tools that you can use. You can use it to track. You can use, if you're going to meetings, you can get paper journals. You can make your own journal. Casey likes to make journals for everything. But you can just pick up just an inexpensive journal, you know, and keep track of, what you're, keep track of what you're doing. I like to do this. And this little thing was a gift from one of the girls that I'm friends with on Weight Watchers Connect. And we did a little gift exchange thing last year, and she, I guess because I had these sitting everywhere, and every time she saw me I had note cards just sitting everywhere, then she got me this cute little organizer. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. So when I take these with me, and I do take them with me sometimes, when I take them with me, it's got this little, hairband thing that goes around it. But it keeps recipe cards in it, and this is how I keep up with mine. I do have e-tools, and I do track online, but, and you'll see when we get downstairs, look at this big mess of cards. These are all index cards, okay? And so people that are in our Facebook group, or if you follow me on Instagram, and on Instagram, it's just If You Have an Egg. On Weight Watchers Connect, it is Scrap and Stamp. And one of the Karens understands why. Anyway, and I can't change it. But yeah, I'm Scrap and Stamp on Weight Watchers Connect. But I would love to connect with you. But anyway, but if you've been following me, I've been talking about the note cards. So look at this. I mean, there's probably, I'm not kidding you, there's probably 100 maybe note cards in this right now. And thank you, Casey put up the scrap and stamp. That's for Weight Watchers Connect. And Karen said, yeah, she knows why it's scrap and stamp. But anyway, that's a long story. So this is how I do mine. And even though I'm using eTools to track, I still do this. If I make something that I really, if I make something that I really, really like, and I think I'm gonna eat that again. If it's a recipe, if it's a real recipe, then I'll put it on my blog, www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Okay, some things are not recipes, and I'm not going to bore you all to death with things that are not recipes. So instead, and yes, I know it's backwards, you'll be fine. But I put them on note cards. And so like this one was just a lazy day breakfast or lunch, and it was 1 Thomas bagel thin, and that's 3 Smart Points. 1 tablespoon of Smart Balance chunky peanut butter, and I heated up. I put the tablespoon down into a little glass bowl that I think I got them at World Market, and I heated up just a little bit so that I can spread, so I can spread it out. That's 3 more Smart Points, and then I either cut up a banana on it or eat it with some other kind of fruit, and that's 6 Smart Points total. But see, I've got it written on this little note card, and then I've got them divided in here. I've got them divided in here by points. So I know, and of course I took them out just to, show you all. So here's a 6 Smart Point, here's a 4 Smart Point, here's a 4 Smart Point, here's a 4 Smart Point, here's a 2 Smart Point. So if I'm at the end of the day, well, that one wouldn't be a good end of the day one. Hold on, let me look. Here's an 8 Smart Point, 4 Smart Point, 4. So anyway, so like if I get to the end of the day and I've only got so many points left, then I know, okay, hey, I've only got 4 points left for the day, but I'm still hungry. What do I want? Okay, don't start shopping in your refrigerator or in the pantry, or as our Weight Watchers leader Gwen calls it. She calls it refrigerator roulette. Where you stand at the refrigerator and go, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Don't do that. I don't care what you do. It doesn't have to be note cards. Remember, this is your first week on Weight Watchers. It's week 1. Pretend like this is week 1. Everybody needs a week 1. Everybody needs ground or base. Let's call this base to go back to. So this is my base. Because trust me, there's plenty of nights. Well, and when I get done here, thank goodness, because we do the chats now, my Sunday nights are taken care of. And usually my Monday morning, and sometimes my Tuesday, or sometimes my Monday at lunch, because I have made things for these chats. And so now I'm already ahead of it, but I've got, all these things. I could never remember, all these. Like this one was, so one night I had flavored coffee that was 0 points, and then I put in 2 tablespoons of So Delicious almond milk, and it was still 0 Smart Points, and a little bit of stevia, still 0 Smart Points. And apparently I had that for a treat one night. But anyway, the point is, I can come back to them and I divide them by Smart Points. I don't divide them up by meal because, if I love breakfast for dinner, so, I'm highly likely to use it for that. But anyway, so these are my note cards. And then people have asked me about the note cards that I made for my husband. The ones that I made for him, and I had one example in here, and of course I've already laid it down. But anyway, the example here's an example of one that I had for him. So he travels a lot, and I have complete control over his breakfast when he's home and over his dinner when he's at home. And oh my gosh, it's already 8:30, so I'll start talking faster. I do this every time. But anyway, so I can control or help control what he's eating for breakfast and for dinner when he's in town. When he's out of town, I have no control over it. So I just have to give him the best tools that I can and then hope for the best. And it's working this time. He's actually paid attention this time. But what I did differently this time is I remembered he doesn't have base. He doesn't have that safe place to go back to know what to do. So I made him index cards, and this is one of his index cards. So I told him, if you're near Chick-fil-A, if it's breakfast time, get a Chick-fil-A egg white grill. That's 8 Smart Points, a fruit cup, and he drinks his coffee black. Fruit cup 0, coffee 0. That's 8 points. So he knows, oh man, the only thing around here is a Chick-fil-A. I better, I better figure out what to do. So I made him one for Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and it's not just breakfast, but Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King wasn't so great, but I made him one anyway. Petro's, pizza. Anyway, I've made him several. Cracker Barrel, Subway. He's not a big Subway fan, but he has been wearing out the Cracker Barrel ones, and I think he feels a little better. He's been asking me to walk. You know, like actually asking if we can walk. Yesterday, he dropped me off at work, and then I got a Map My Walk notification that he had walked 2 miles, and I thought, was that left over from the other day when I made him walk? He had taken the dog after he dropped me off at work, and he walked himself. Okay, if this wasn't making him feel better, he wouldn't be walking. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple more tools real quick, and then we're going to go downstairs and actually look at some food. So let me turn you around. Okay, a couple of tools that you can use. This one is my blog, and there's a picture of Dusty, the dog, who's not home right now. But there's my blog. The only reason we're looking at my blog is because I wanted to show you this. Okay, so if you, oh, well, there's me. That was me before, and that's me now. That's been a little while ago, but that's still me now. But anyway, so if you are looking for, again, just like the note cards, if you go to the section, and again, it's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, but if you go to the section that's on the right that says click here for more great recipes, and you have to be on a tablet turned sideways, or you have to be on a computer to do this. But if you, I think you have to, but if you click down on the categories, you can see 0, well, I've got points plus on here too because I've been doing it that long. So 1 smart point, there's 2 smart points down here somewhere, there it is, 2 smart points. So you can see I've got them divided up into how many points they are. So if you say, okay, well, I've only got 3 smart points left, what could I have? Well, then here's 18 different choices so far. Here's 18 different choices of things that you could have for smart points, and it tells you how to eat them. I mean, how to eat them. Yeah, of course you know how to eat them. It tells you how to make them. So that I do have the categories on there. Or if you want to look and if you say, okay, I've got I got plenty of smart points left. I don't really care what it is, but tonight we're going to go meatless. Then you can click on the meatless category, and I'm just going over a couple of things. So if you go to the meatless category, you can go down and you can see some options that are, you can see some options that are meatless. So like this one was, some air fryer corn and some, some fruit. But anyway, so that's one resource, and this is free. So if you go to these, if you need to print them out, please print them out. Please print them, please use them as a grocery list, please share them with your friends, but use them. Another one is if you're on Pinterest. These are all my Pinterest boards, all of my Pinterest boards. So again, if you say, we'll just stick with 3. If you say, okay, so I've only got 3 smart points, and nothing's 3 smart points. I'm going to starve to death. Poor me. What could I possibly eat? Well, I have 42 so far, and I put new pins on there every time I have something. I have 42 pins just in the 3 points. So, I mean, you could eat, surely to goodness, you can find something if you only had 3 points left, that would be, you know what I mean? You could find it. And then the last thing is, before we go downstairs, on my app, which okay, let's see. Oh, Karen said, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Karen, for pointing that out. Karen wanted to know what my Pinterest name was, and it is If You Have an Egg. So let's see if I can go back to the home page. On here, it's If You Have an Egg, just all run together. So if you go to, oh, here, this might help. If you go to pinterest.com/IfYouHaveAnEgg, then you can go to, you can follow all of the boards if you want to, and, and it gives all these, anyway, all these ideas. And I'll list them all by points, and I'll list some of them if it's an actual recipe. I'll do them by recipe, but trust me, guys, there's plenty of times that I'll go, I'm like, oh, great. I've only got 2 points left. What am I going to eat? Or I've got 1 point left, or, whatever. And I'll click on that. Oops, I clicked on the points plus one. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Just so find the one for how many points you have left, click on it, and it'll take you right to it. So, okay, then another one, oh, there's the 2 smart point one. So there are 36 things so far. There are 36 things that are 2 smart points. So surely to goodness, you could find something out of 36 that would keep you, and thank you for that, Casey, that would keep you satisfied. And then the last one is my app, which I successfully blew up today. So I'll be fixing that tomorrow. But you can see the newest things on the app. There are 12 new additions to the Aldi list, and that'll make sense in a second. 9 new national brands, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying about the Aldi list. And we won't take a lot of time on this one because we need to go downstairs and look at food. But when you're on the app and when you go to the shopping guide, okay, so if you already have the app, when you go to the shopping guide, if you touch here, you can go to Trader Joe's, Aldi, Costco, Whole Foods, National Food Brands, which National Food Brands means you can get it at like Kroger, Meijer, Ingles, Target, Walmart, places like that. I just added one for convenience stores. There's nothing in it yet, but since we had our convenience store chat, I just added that one. I've added an eating out. I do have Halloween candy. In case you need to know how many points there are for Halloween candy, I've got that one. Let's see. I do have Girl Scout cookies. And if you need a list of my top pantry picks, if you want to know what my top 5 things are that I keep in the pantry, they're here. The top 25 is here. The top 100 are here. And again, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but just, so if you think, gosh, I just don't even know. This is my first week. This is my first week, or I'm starting all over again. It's like my first week. What on earth am I going to, what on earth do I need to buy? You can go here to my, if you just need some ideas, go to my top 100 pantry picks list, and I've got, the entire list of what I keep in my pantry with the Smart Points value. And then also on the app, there are recipes, so my new recipes get put on there, food ideas. So some of these meal ideas I'm going to show you when we get downstairs, those are on the app. But again, I successfully blew it up. So if you try to search for it today, it's going to say it doesn't exist. If you, and I'm sorry, I'm walking downstairs, and I'll be 50 on Tuesday. So since I'm old, I have to hold the handrail. Anyway, so if you already have the app, it's working fine. If you do not have the app, please wait until after I talk to technical support with Apple tomorrow to find out what I did. So this is actually perfect timing because we have about 20 minutes left. Anyway, we have about 20 minutes left. So I want to show you a couple of things that are, this is in no way, shape, or form everything I keep in my pantry. And thanks, Carol. Thanks, and thanks, Cindy. So I'm still 49 though, by the way, guys. Still 49 today and tomorrow, 49. But anyway, so just a few of the things that I keep. This is not even close to everything, but a couple of ideas for you on some things that you can keep around, because remember, this is like your week 1. You're going to want some kind of low point bread ideas, because your family likely is going to think that you have just lost your mind and you're going to kill them. You're going to kill them all because you're going to starve them to death. Joseph's Pitas, these are 1 Smart Point, and you can get these at, I have now started finding these at most grocery stores. These make great pizzas for kids that think they're going to die because you've lost your mind and joined Weight Watchers, and everybody's going to starve to death. Bagel Thins are Katie said I missed it. What day is your birthday? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, Katie. So I'm holding on to 49 for dear life for the next 2 days. But Bagel Thins or Sandwich Thins, these I try to keep. They're on the list that I showed y'all. That's on the app. So these, and when the app is working again, it's in the Apple Store and in the Android Store, the Android Play Store, and it is. Katie's daughter turns 5 on Tuesday. Wow. Okay. I have underwear older than your daughter, but anyway. So these are a great one to keep. There are 3 Smart Points, and your kids. Margaret orders her Joseph's online, and they freeze well. That's awesome, and the shipping's reasonable. The Bagel Thins and the Sandwich Thins, we used to take those to volleyball tournaments and to soccer games, because we could throw together a sandwich, and it's 3 Smart Points: Bagel Thin, Sandwich Thin, doesn't matter which kind it is. And we buy the potato Sandwich Thins for sandwiches. Make a great sandwich. They're sturdy. They travel well. I mean, look at this. I'm squeezing this. It's not going anywhere like regular bread. But those travel really well. Make great sandwiches. Only 3 Smart Points. And again, the family doesn't know. They don't need to know that they're eating diet food, and I'm making air quotes, diet food. I always try to keep some kind of soup on hand. I think the Campbell's, let me think, the Healthy Request, I think if you eat the whole can, it's like 5 Smart Points. But that, I'll show you an idea, with some soup. That's a great one. I mean, because what kid thinks that they're suffering if their mom gives them Campbell's chicken noodle soup, and a sandwich made with a bagel thin. Unsweetened applesauce cups, I always have those. I keep the Granny Smith kind and the regular kind, and I'm sorry, I'm going to grab a drink real quick. Y'all know when we talk for an hour, I get parched. But anyway, the unsweetened applesauce, these little cups, that's a great one. Again, kids and husbands don't suspect that it's diet food, and these are 0 smart points. I always keep some individual bags, some kind of snacking bag, because I'm bad. I'm an empty container girl. If Beth wants to know if Trader Joe's carries the Joseph Pitas. They do not. Trader Joe's does not carry that. That's not one of their brands. But I always try to keep some individual, packages of things. So like Skinny Pop, but some things so that if I eat the whole container, or if I need to throw this in lunches, or whatever. And again, nobody suspects. If you all follow me, if you all already follow me everywhere, and Casey's doing Skinny Pop with heart eye, with smiley faces that have hearts for the eyes, because yes, we are a Skinny Pop family. The cheese grits, we'll talk about that in another time. It's too in depth to talk about now. The only reason I'm saying this is because, again, kids and husbands who think they're going to die, if you feed them cheese grits, suddenly, everything's good. And for you ladies that drink coffee with sweetener, with some kind of flavoring in it, which I don't unless it's iced coffee, but Torani has these really good sugar-free caramel syrups. Remember, we're pretending like this is your first week. It may be your first week, it may be your first day, and it may be your 24th year like mine. But we have to keep in mind some things have, we have to just keep in mind. Actually, let me just talk about that for just a second. So I need y'all to be really careful, because remember, we're pretending that this is our first week, or it's your first week, or it's your first day. But I need you to be really careful and check everything. If it goes in your mouth, you need to check how many points it is. The reason I'm pointing that out about the syrup, we had a lady in our Weight Watchers group who wasn't losing any weight, and she couldn't figure out why. And finally, Gwen asked her, she asked her like a million questions. And finally, I'm sorry, I'll fiddle with my hair. She somehow got to the coffee question. Well, this lady was convinced that she wasn't adding many points to her coffee, but when they figured out how many cups of coffee she was having and how much she was adding to it, I don't remember how many it was, but I want to say she was spending 12 or 14 points a day on coffee. A day. And she had no idea. She just literally had no idea, because she thought she was just spitting a little swig of this and a swig of that. I have another lady in one of the groups who asked if she needed to count her gummy vitamins, and I said, I don't know. I don't take gummy vitamins. So I had her send me the nutritional information. Oh my gosh, she was eating 3 points a day in gummy vitamins. So I'm not great at the math, but 3 times 7 is 21. That's like almost all the extra points that I get for an entire week. And she was using them in gummy vitamins. I think there's a whole lot better use of 21 points than eating gummy vitamins. So I highly suggest. She actually sent back a message and said, I guess it's time to change vitamins, huh? And I went, yeah, it kind of is. Okay. So most of us get, the least number of points that you'll ever get, and least number of smart points that you'll get is 30. So I have done a 30-point day here, because I want you all to see how much food this is. This is not what I eat every day. I mean, I eat this some days, but if you all follow me, you know I don't eat the same thing every day. I eat something different all the time, but I'm using this as home base. I do continue to put daily meal ideas on Pinterest. I put them here on the Facebook page if you're following us here. I put them on, they do go on the app when I do them, and I'll eventually have some 7-day meal plans. But if you just need, one whole day, I do have several of those that you can use. But I just want you all to see, just in case this is your very first time doing Weight Watchers, I just want you all to see how much food this is, and to know that you're not going to starve to death. So let's move the Torani out of the way. All of this, Casey got knocked off for a second. All of this food, this is a third. This is probably a third of my island worth of food. All of that food, all of that is 30 points. So you're not going to you're not going to starve to death. So let me just show you an example of a 30-point day. Just so you'll know, again, if this is your first day, if you're just thinking about joining Weight Watchers, or if you're, if you want your husband or kids to eat with you, and they think they're going to starve to death, they are not going to starve to death. So let's just start with this one, because this would be a super, super easy breakfast. So again, here are those cards that I was talking about. This one is 4 points. This is a container of Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt, and I think this one was vanilla flavored. It doesn't really matter what the flavor is, but make sure it's the Light and Fit Greek. They also have the whipped. The whipped is way more points, but this is 2 points worth of yogurt. Then I have frozen blueberries and some strawberries in there. And Karen said, so nice of you to set this up. Karen, my kitchen looks like this every day. I'm just kidding. And then this is, so even though this is going to be breakfast for tomorrow probably, or it may be a snack at work tomorrow, but this is 4 smart points. That is a raspberry, that's half of a raspberry truffle Nugo Slim bar, and I have cut it, just cut it up into little chunks, and when I get to work tomorrow, that is going to go on top of this. And even though that is a snack, and it is a healthy snack, because that Nugo Slim bar has the whole bar has 20 grams of protein, half the bar has 10 grams of protein. Yeah, half the bar has 10 grams of protein. So I'm going to have vanilla Greek yogurt, blueberries, strawberries, half of a raspberry truffle Nugo Slim bar with 10 grams of protein. This thing is power packed with protein, and this is going to taste like dessert. But remember, this is a snack that is also a treat. All treats are not snacks, And Katie says, cool container. Casey, tell us where you got this container. But anyway, so that's going to be, so we're going to use that for breakfast for tomorrow. Then at some point at work, I'm going to get hungry again, and we work in an open showroom. So we're going to, let's see, okay, everybody's asking where to get the container. So Casey got it for me because she loves me. Okay, so Casey, you're going to have to answer where you got the container. She says, I believe I got it at Walmart. And Popcorn Karen, I think, doesn't Suzanne have one of these? And do you happen to remember, did she get it at Walmart? She was talking about it the other day in her group, but I can't remember. But that's Popcorn Karen with an A. You're still there, if you'll help me remember. Pretty sure Suzanne said she got hers at Walmart. But anyway, so at some point during the day, I'm going to get hungry. And again, we're an open showroom, so during the day, I don't always get a chance to sit down and eat. So I'll take, and Karen with an A, Popcorn Karen says, yes, that our friend Suzanne she got hers at Walmart, and Casey says she believes she got it at Walmart. And I'm over here gagging because I don't like to go to Walmart. Dottie said she needed this because she's struggling. Well, good. Oh, not good that you're struggling, Dottie, but good. I'm glad you're listening, and I'm glad this is helping. That's why I do this. So while I'm at work, I'll eat like a Quest bar, and the Quest bars that I eat are 4 points. Be sure and check them. Don't just assume that mine are, that yours are 4 points because the ones I eat are 4 points. So a 4-point Quest bar. Oh, and this is a frequent thing that I send with my husband. I'll send him with a Quest bar and a banana, because bananas are his favorite. Clementines are his second favorite. He's not super fond of the unsweetened applesauce, but I am. So I'll do like a Quest bar and a cup of unsweetened applesauce, or a Quest bar and a clementine, Quest bar and a banana. Any combination of this also will keep really well in your purse or in a backpack. Even if these get hot and they Felicia said she's got to get back on track too. Say, Felicia, when you fall off the wagon, at least if you just get off and walk away, but sometimes I flip it over and burn it. I set it on fire. That's when it's really bad. That's why I have to keep up with all this. But all of these keep really good, really well in a purse or in a backpack. And even if these get warm, they're oddly good after they've gotten too warm in a backpack. But I always have either this, or this in my purse, and I always have disposable spoons still in their wrappers in my purse. And so, I'm like the utensil lady. But anyway, so I send this with my husband a lot. Quest bar or a Nugo Slim bar and some other kind of fruit. So this is what I was talking about, bulking it up. So that would have been fine by itself. That would have been 4 points. But my tummy's going to feel a lot fuller if I had this and this, this and this, or this and this. And that's sweet. Rose says you give us so much good information. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for saying that. But this really satisfies my husband, because that's, a big banana, and that's 0 points. So that would be 4 smart points for all of that. So we're going to say this is week 1. We're going to say this is breakfast. This is a mid-morning snack. Then I'm going to try my best at work to sit down for a few minutes. But again, I'm at work. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time. And would this not be the perfect after school? I know it's summertime, but the perfect after school snack for kids too. So again, the kids are not going to feel like they're starving to death. They're not going to, Mom's on Weight Watchers. We never get to eat anything. We're all going to die. But this would be great for kids when they've just come back in from the pool. And actually, if they're old enough, they could make this themselves. But all this is it is one of the bagel thins, and then each bagel thin has 1 slice of Velveeta cheese, and then I put a little bit of nutritional yeast on there. And remember, girls, we're pretending like this is our first week. We are not getting sidetracked on nutritional yeast. I can talk to you about that individually later. And then I put a little bit of garlic salt on top of it. Mary says, how much are the Quest bars? Do you mean points or price? Points, most of the Quest bars I eat are 4 points, but some of the ones that sound more like a dessert flavor, like raspberry, truffle, blah, 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 whatever, they are 5 or 6 points. And then they do have some new ones. Watch the new ones. They're more like a candy bar. They're like 8 points. But anyway, so this is, I know, and Karen says, she's waiting for Angie. I'm actually wondering where Angie's at, because she got an air fryer. And I figured she would be on here wearing me out about a pressure cooker since she got an air fryer today. But I cannot wait to see what she makes with her air fryer. But anyway, so again, this is a bagel thin. Each slice of the bagel thin has 1 piece of Velveeta cheese on it, some nutritional yeast, which is a discussion for a different day, unless you already know what I'm talking about, and some garlic salt. And this is fresh ground garlic salt made by the same people, the same Dean Jacobs that makes my beloved bread dipping seasoning that I am out of. Okay, segue for just a second. So Tuesday's my birthday. I'll be 50 years old on Tuesday. And do you think anybody drove up to Gatlinburg and bought me more Dean Jacobs seasoning? No, because my husband took me to St. Augustine to be a dolphin trainer for the day. He thought that got him off the hook for the bread dipping seasoning. I'm just kidding, it really did. But anyway, so I'm out. I'm completely out of bread dipping seasoning. Like, almost cried when I threw the empty container in the garbage can, because I normally try to go up there and get some more. So let's go back to this. I'll quit whining. I'll whine another day. So anyway, so this is 3 points for the bagel thin, 1 point for each slice of cheese. So we have, but when you eat 2 of them, remember we've got weird Weight Watchers math. Oh, Karen says, who in Gatlinburg has the bread dipping seasoning? They only have it at All Sauced Up that's on the strip. They do not have it at the Pepper Palace. We even looked at the Pepper Palace in, Karen says, I think that's a hint for you. No, Karen with an A, no Popcorn Karen. I want someone to drive to Gatlinburg. Look at me pounding my fist. Drive to Gatlinburg and pick this up for me. But anyway, so 3 points for the bagel thin, 1 slice of the cheese is 1 smart point, 2 slices is 3 smart points. If this really is your first week on Weight Watchers, be careful. Some things, when you double, triple, whatever, it goes from being 0 to 1, 1 to 3 instead of 1 to 2, whatever. So that's 6 points for that. And then I've bulked it up with a half a plate of grapes. So, that's a huge, oh no, Alan called and interrupted Casey. Anyway, Casey, they were just trying to guilt you into going to buy me more bread dipping seasoning because I'm out. But anyway, so all that's 6 points. So that'll make a yummy lunch for tomorrow. Then at some point, I'm going to get hungry again, and so if I need another snack, or the kids have come back in from the pool, or, whatever, another great snack, you can do either 2 Baby Bell Lights or 2 light string cheese, most light string cheese, but you need to check with the kind you buy. Or I put, 1 of each so that you could see it. But Baby Bell cheese or light string cheese and an apple is just a flavor together that I can't explain. It's really, really good. Cheese and an apple. I don't know. I think it's French maybe, but it's absolutely amazing. So it's 1 point for this, 1 point for this. So that's 2 points. But remember, we've got this weird Weight Watchers math. So if you did 2 Baby Bells, that would be 3 points. Or 2 of the mozzarella cheese sticks, it's 2 points. So I'm going to say, since it's 2 different things, that it's 1 point and 1 point. But anyway, and with the apple, really, really good. Okay, and since we are quickly approaching 9 o'clock, and y'all are probably getting hungry or tired too, I'm going to skip to the dinner portion. This one I'm actually having for dinner tonight. And this is, oh, and Rose says apples and cheese or grapes are good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be good. That would be really good. So this one is going to be my dinner for tonight. And this is 9 smart points. Now, and ladies, I will say this. Most nights I eat between, because I do get a few more points since I'm on maintenance. Plus, I sometimes use my weeklies. I use them at night. So usually I'm eating somewhere between 9 and 15 points for my dinner meal. Whatever your biggest meal is, whatever meal you're going to use as your biggest meal, it does not have to be dinner. It can be whichever meal. It could be breakfast. It could be lunch. It could be dinner. But so this one's 9 smart points. And that is, remember when I was talking about keeping some, I'm going to hear shameless plug for UT, go Vols. When I was talking about keeping some soup on hand, so this, oh, that's not very attractive. It's splattered on the bowl. But anyway, so this is Trader Joe's tomato feta soup. You do not have to use Trader Joe's tomato feta soup. You could have used the Campbell's Homestyle Chicken, healthy choice, the healthy request. You could use any kind of soup. I don't care what kind it is, but this happens to be 1 cup of the Trader Joe's tomato feta soup. That's 5 smart points. 1 teaspoon of the Trader Joe's fat-free feta, that's 0 smart points. 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast, and again, we're not getting sidetracked on nutritional yeast, just trust me, it's delicious. That's 0 smart points. Half an ounce of cheese wisps, and the cheese wisps that I bought this week also happen to have, it's not just cheese, they've got Parmesan cheese ones, and then the green ones were, Felicia, we are not talking about nutritional yeast tonight. Are you being silly? Are you being silly or are you being serious? Because I'll tell you about it later. I can tell you about it separately, but we're not getting distracted. Oh, Felicia, you're serious. Felicia, okay. Hold on just real quick. Okay, nutritional yeast. And look, I've even already got it sitting out. Oh, she's being serious. Felicia, this is a topic every single week, and there actually is. We actually have a live chat. Well, it's a pre-recorded live chat that is about nutritional yeast, and it's on the blog www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, and it'll tell you everything that I use it in. Not everything, but a lot of things I use it in. But you can either get Bragg nutritional yeast. 1 tablespoon is 0 smart points, or Trader Joe's has it now. Again, 1 tablespoon is 0 smart points, and anything that's savory, anything that would be good with feta cheese, Parmesan cheese, any kind of cheese, I use it. Okay, so let's go back to this again. So that is, so now we're down to that. Oh, and the cheese wisps that I bought this time, the little green ones, so the regularly colored ones, those are Parmesan, and the other ones are like, they're spinach and kale chips, so I can't wait to see what those taste like. And then I just put a little salad with it, and it's baby arugula, which I have decided I love, strawberries, some more feta cheese, and then after we get off here, I'll be putting 2 tablespoons of fat-free balsamic on it. So I'll have creamy tomato soup with some added little cheese and those funky little wisps on there, and an arugula, strawberry, and feta salad with balsamic vinaigrette, fat-free balsamic vinaigrette, and all of that is only 9 smart points. And guess what? Here's the thing. Okay, that's a lot of food, right? So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, however you want to count that. So that's like 11 or 12 different items. That's a whole lot of food. It's on 3 different plates and some containers, whatever. I mean, this is a lot of food. Like, I wouldn't even be able to put all this into a lunch box. And, yeah, and Felicia says I can load that plate up with some more lettuce. I could, Felicia, but it was a tiny little plate, and it was cute, so I left it on that one. But here's the thing. Guess what? I'm not done eating yet, because here is my favorite nighttime snack. So, oh, and Felicia says, I'm just here for her fun accent. I don't have an accent. I know, I do. But anyway, so there's a lady on, let me think. Oh, it's a lady that follows me on Instagram, and she likes it when I do the little live video, or the little video clips on Instagram. She likes for me to say like and Sprite and might and anything that has an I in it. But anyway, so we'll go back to this. So I'm not done eating yet. This is my very favorite before bed snack, and I am a big time before bed snacker. And always before, I would try to consume an entire package of potato chips, or, you know, and a giant glass of milk, you know, something that just really was not going to be good for me. But now, one of my very favorite snacks, and if Karen with an A, if Popcorn Karen is still here, this one is thanks to her. And this is exactly why my husband calls her Popcorn Karen. She sent me some of this. She so sweetly packed up two different kinds of Skinny Pop and put them in and sent them to me. And this one is the dusted dark chocolate. This is 3 cups of Skinny Pop dusted dark and Karen, you just came back. So what I was just saying is that Karen with an A, the one that my husband has dubbed Popcorn Karen, she's the one that got me started on this, because she sent me some. And Margaret's got to go. She's got to get up at 4 a.m. Bye, Margaret. We're just about done, so we'll go ahead and tell you goodnight. And Beth says her daughter Maggie is giggling at my accent. Well, oh well. Does she have any special requests on what she wants me to say? Because people usually have certain words they want me to say. But anyway, so Karen with an A, Popcorn Karen, got me hooked on this. It is dusted dark chocolate Skinny Pop. That is 3 cups of it. I don't know if you can see how big the bowl is, but that is 3 cups of it. 3 cups is 4 Smart Points, and then I pair it with a cup of tea. And so the cup of tea is 0 Smart Points, because I don't put any honey or anything in my tea. I put Truvia or, you know, stevia or something, or sometimes I just drink it like it is. And so, you know, and like the wild hibiscus tea and things like that, they're already sweet enough. I don't really need to put any sweeteners in them. But okay, my husband and the dog are back. So they are back. So Dusty is here, and he's very excited. Hold on. He wants to say hi to everybody. Say hi, Dusty. Say hi. Say hi. Everybody say hi to Dusty. Nope, he's not interested. Anyway, so they are back. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So Beth, you're going to have to tell your daughter she'll just have to listen to me at a different time, or she'll have to follow me on YouTube. But again, reminder, I'll get all these transcriptions up by tomorrow night. I have stopped promising to get them up on Sunday nights, because I was staying up until midnight doing it. So I'll have them up by tomorrow night. And they will all be here on the Facebook page. They will also be on YouTube. Search If You Have an Egg, and they'll be on the website www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. And I haven't decided what we're going to do next week. Might be Sam's, maybe, if I get to go to Sam's. But I've had a lot of requests for that one. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all good night. And I will see you next week. And I hope, if this was your very first week on Weight Watchers, I hope you learned something. And if it's your 24th year on Weight Watchers, I hope you learned something too. But I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Thank you.